won't follow through these shadows. There's no rescue from the hollow. I won't follow through these
Bababbi, 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 Bababbi,
That was an abrupt ending. Was that the end of the theme song?
Drago? Yeah, well, it was. I decided it was the end. Yes.
There we go. Thank you, Drago. Shout out Foxy for the pre-whip set. This is Matthew aka Nifty time. We were off for a few weeks. We're back. But this is going to be one of those fly by the seam of our pants type whips. A good throwback to the olden days when we have no idea what the hell is happening. We have last minute guests that may or may not attend. We're off of a long break. Yeah, so we're using this as like a buffer week before we get into the full swing of things. But we'll see what happens. So my intro is super short. I have no idea what's going to happen for this whip. We have a bunch of rewards though. So regardless, everyone that's shown up here, I think we're going to make it rain on y'all from the whip vault of art and collectibles that we have. So make sure you sign that collector or the attendance guest book. We'll go from there. But with that, dude, Rizzle, man, jump on here. What the hell do we have going on today?
What's up, Fly Frogs? Yeah, so we were supposed to take 1 week off, and then we ended up taking 2 weeks off, like by mistake, sort of, but like, things didn't really work out. But then we had everything lined up for this week with the beat miner, but then the beat miner, it disappeared. And so there might be some confusion on the dates and stuff like that. So anyway, we're gonna work it out because we got updates. We've been cooking in the kitchen the past couple of weeks, even though we haven't been at the whip. So as Matt said, big shout out to Foxy Yoga for holding down the pre-whip. Shout out Dragonate for his amazing remix. You should have just let one of them stream. But I appreciate the effort. And Dragonate's like a ninja out here. We need him. So shout out Juxon cross streaming into Frankie's Tavern. Let's see. I'm gonna get through some of the regular announcements and link drops and that kind of thing. Fractillions and I are Juxon's streaming into DCL. Fractillions and I are also doing a thing in DCL for a few weeks. We are the leads of the immersive art community, which has translated into 2 weeks of us troubleshooting tech problems and trying to get our shit together. And more my fault than Fractillions, who's doing the bulk of the heavy lifting. So, come hang out with us. That is, I don't know, click on the link. It's sometime. It's not today. earlier in the week. Let's see what else we got. We got a YouTube channel. We got a Farcaster channel. We have a gang over on Farcaster that you can use to, inflate lightly the cost of WIPcoin or something. People will scoop up WIPcoin if you join our gang, and they like our posts and I don't know, shit like that. Do all the things. Help us out. Because you're also getting WIPcoin just by coming today. I'm going to drop the guest book link. It's also in HyperFi, but we do have our own currency, WIPcoin, and it will be distributed for people who are in attendance and sign the guest book. And we're also paying very close attention to anyone who just signs and dips. Very not cool. So no, sign the guest book. We send out a lot of shit. So if you've been doing that, check your OpenSea wallet and look at all the cool stuff we've been sending you. I'm sorry, I'm distracted by Dragonade's gigantic belly. Anyway, if you're listening to me and you don't know what I'm talking about, we're in the general channel of the Discord. That's where all the links are being dropped. That's where all the banter is going on. If you should also be in HyperFi with us, because there's a whole lot of Bababbi shit in there that I'm going to be talking about. So make sure you mute your, here, I'm going to drop the link to HyperFi. Excuse me. Make sure you mute your HyperFi tab so you don't get a whole bunch of interference. If you haven't been in there in a while, you can jump by double tapping spacebar. Or no, sorry, don't jump by tapping spacebar, double tap to fly. If you type /dance, you will dance, and that's probably the most critical thing you need to know. We're also maybe going into crypto voxels, and if you haven't been in there in a while, that experience is jank as fuck. So that'll be a fun one later on. And we'll see if we can drudge up the beat miner or if they come in here. And I'm gonna be poking some fun at the beat miner, but in all honesty, I hope everything's all right because we were in pretty close contact, and I think we got things confused and everything. So hopefully it's all good over there. Let's see, if you have a question for me or I don't know, just broadly, tag Show in the chat box at SHO, and he will relay them to the appropriate people. We have Paradox in the house today. We have Paradox in the house. Stick around for a group shot with Paradox, the real Paradox. We have had a series of weeks here and there with terrible impersonators. It's great to have the real one in the house. Let's see, what else we got? Scoop some WIPcoin. We have our own currency. We give it to ourselves. It's worth like basically nothing, and we give it to you too for it also to be worth nothing. But we're also doing things with it. Show put out an app on Farcaster that integrates it, and I got some announcements coming up with the Bababbi V2 that you might be interested in hearing about. So DYOR, NFA. We give it to the people who show up, and if you get some, you're supporting that. Figure that out. We also accept donations of stuff and lots of money and everything. So hit up Matt and I if you want to give us a bunch of stuff to give out to our audience. We have a bunch of prizes today for people who will do things courtesy of people who've come through here in the past. So give us your stuff, donate us a lot of money, buy some WIPcoin, and don't count on that to make up your retirement fund. So let's see. Let's see how we're going to do this. So as I said, the beat miner is, we had some plans on going over to Crypto Voxels for VoxCon. That's the beat miner's place. In the event that the beat miner turns up later on in the event, we're going to leave that as a possibility and maybe just go look for him anyway. So in the meantime, I'm going to give you some Bababbi 2 alpha. I'm going to give you a little bit of the history of the project and tell you what's coming up for the next one, because a lot of people in here have Bababbi traits in the V1, and if you do not have a trait in V1, you might want a trait in V2 or want to nominate someone for a trait in V2, and it's all going to be tied together, these creatures and everything. So, so here we go. So we, for some context, so I'm going to drop some links here in the general channel. For some context, we dropped the Bababbi project. This is a collaboration that I hopped onto. This is all Fabiano, our in-house people. This is WIP crew. Fabiano and Patrizia's artwork. And we got a developer named Fabiello who helped us push this through about maybe 5 months ago. And I hopped on board to help out with community outreach and community traits. And we sourced 92 traits that got rolled into this generative art project from various members of the community. And we have a bunch of legends involved. Like, you know, like I said, a lot of people here in the audience have traits. I don't have to go down the list. You know who you are. A lot of people in the audience here should have traits, and you know who you are too. And you don't have to be shy about that. And that's one of the reasons why we are creating a V2 and wanted to talk to you about V2, because V1 took fucking forever to complete, and it was not due to anyone's fault. People have been around for a long time. In, let's say, like 2021, 2022, there were a lot more tools at people's disposal to create sophisticated NFT projects along these lines. And in 2025, there is not. And so we had to push this shit through by finding some people who, hold up, I hear vehicles. I need to mute my own Hyperfy tab and take my advice. Yeah, feel free to take the vehicles for a spin. Actually, let me pause. So if you're in World, there's a whole bunch of shit in here from the new Bababbi. These are teasers and stuff. So you're gonna see some GIFs if you drive around. You can drive your car through some of the new traits and characters and everything. There are two large ones here right as you pop in, and these have never been seen before, even by me, until a couple days ago. So this is some straight alpha here that you're getting, and I'll tell you why you need to know about it if you're willing to keep listening to me here. So, took us forever to get this project out the gate because it's just not easy. It's a fully on-chain project. It's on an L2 base. It is generative from a line of code, so it's unlike a lot of projects that call themselves generative, where they basically create a million different NFTs and then you randomly get one of them. Each one of the Bababbis from V1 is actually generated independently from a line of code. And when you minted one, you had a chance of getting a trait from someone in the community. So you could get a Dragonate trait or a Fly Frog trait or a Juxtin trait. So it was a fun project. It was several thousand of them went over the course of maybe a week or so that we had the sale open, and we did it live at NFC Summit, and it was cool to do it in a situation where there were a lot of people who had traits there that were excited about the project coming off. It was sort of like a group experience, and so that was good. The thing that sucks, and the thing that sucked really bad, is that when I was in Lisbon launching this project, or helping get it off the ground, I'm promoting it, I'm slapping stickers all over the fucking place. I realized that there's a shitload of people that I'm like literally interacting with one-on-one in real life that I have conspicuously left out of the project, and that actually Dragonate and Luke actually managed to capture some of that live, and so I'm going to play a little bit of that YouTube clip. If you can join the screen share in Discord, I'll give you a sec. I'm going to see if I can do this too. All right. So if you can join the screen share in Discord, you'll get to see a little bit of history and me feeling pretty shitty in real time when I'm realizing that I left Luke out of the project. So let me know if you can hear this, and I'm gonna hit play.
For that, so needed to find all the people.
So you're doing a project?
Doing a project.
What is it?
It's this, man. It's a Bababbi project. It's launching today, and it's not. I'm like LARPed my way into this project. This is, Fabiano Speziati. He's been around forever. And his wife Patrizia, and then we have a developer, Fabiello. So this is really their project that they wanted me involved in because they want to do the same thing that I do with the on-chain chains, as far as having it be a generative project that you can download the 3D file and drag it into the metaverse. And then I was working with Fabiano and did a similar thing in terms of sourcing community traits. And I fucking saw you came in, man. And I'm like, there's no way to ever not miss everybody when you're like sourcing community traits. I'm like, motherfucker, how did I miss Luke from Non-Fungibles? Dragonate's got a trait. So a lot of people do.
Interview
like,
cancel.
Yeah, right. Cancel, bro. Well, we got you on V2, man. Like already, you're like number one on the list, and also Mr. Rishi, who I fucked up too. So there's like 92 community traits rolled into this project, and it's gonna be dope, dude. And
Okay.
so it's random gen. It's going to be live for 0.0069 ETH. It'll be an open edition.
Cool.
And yeah, it'll be open for about 6 days or so. And it's just fun, man. There's not a lot of people doing NFT projects at all, let alone annoyingly sophisticated ones that have way too many bells and whistles that take a year plus to ship. But we did it.
As you've been working on it for a while.
Been working on it for a really long
Yeah.
time, man. Yeah, it was one of these. So when I did on
All right, so I'm gonna pause it there and stop screen sharing there. So, yeah, shout out Dragonate for doing the editing. After I came back from NFC Summit, I was harassed and continue to be harassed by Luke and Dragonate for leaving Luke out. And I'm very, very happy to let you all know that Luke is actually the first person on the list for V2. So if you were paying attention, we had 92 community traits rolled into the first one, and you had a chance of getting one of those. And so we're at the very beginning now, but a lot of the heavy lifting has already been done with back end stuff, figuring out the code, figuring out the platform that will accept the code, that we can spit this out on and do it all in the way we wanted to. So we are at like list compiling state right now. If you again are in world, these are just teasers. Fabiano and Patricia have been working on a lot of different creatures. So there's going to be a whole other series of creatures coming out and a whole other series of traits from community members. So I initially, when decided to take on V2, I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to find 92 more community members who I left out. But actually that has not been as difficult as I thought it was going to be, because the list is coming together fast, and my guilty conscience is actually playing to my advantage here, because I'm like, this is the kind of shit that keeps me up at night. So I'm like, this is my chance to, the real version of doing, the real reason for this V2 is to get all these people living in my head rent-free out of it, and get them some Bababbi traits so that I can move on with my life. No, in all seriousness, this is so much fun. And now that we did all the heavy lifting and hard work, it's easy for me to say because I'm not spitting out and creating more art and everything, but so much had to be done to get it out the gate. And so now we get to run it back with new community members. So I would like to give you a little bit more alpha, but here's what I'm hoping I would like some help crowdsourcing ideas for people / communities who should have a trait in Bababbi V2. And I'm doing a pretty good job of getting a lot of the obvious people who were overlooked last time, and I've dropped names and I've made sure that they're in there. Finally fucking wrangled Ben Nolan from Crypto Voxels. He's gonna have a trait in V2. Kim from Decentraland. So we're wrangling, we're making sure we're checking all the boxes and everything. But if you want to nominate someone, we're gonna do a thing here, and I'm gonna get Dragonate to queue up like maybe a minute and a half of Bababbi music and give people a chance to hop in world. And if you want to take a screenshot with any of the new Bababbi shit or the old Bababbi shit and tag someone on Twitter to nominate them, here's the link for Hyper5 if you want to hop in. So tag someone on Twitter who you think should have a trait in V2 and tag the WIP so I can find you. And we'll give you a shot again. We'll roll you into a raffle for a free Bababbi mint when the project drops. And I'll tell you more about that. It's not going to be nearly as long as it was last time. And so we'll do that. So, and if you nominate someone who already has a trait, it's not the end of the world, but you should know all 92 people by now, by thoroughly having investigated the project yourselves. So hop in world, tag someone who you think should have a trait in V2 on social medias, tag the WIP. And I'll give you all like a minute and a half to do that while you bask in some excellent Bababbi music that I loaded up Dragonate earlier. And also, if anyone needs a workout mix full of Bababbi music, I got like at least 45 minutes worth or something. So hit me up for that. So a minute and a half. Tag someone who needs a trade on V2. Tag the WIP, and you get a shot at getting a free mint. Oh, you can also nominate yourself. Tag yourself. I don't give a fuck. Nominate yourself for a trait.
Where's? Never mind.
That was pretty good. So if y'all didn't hear me, nominate yourselves. And I wanted to, just for some context, people in V2, you're joining Legends. We had a lot of people, and so this is not something I name dropped earlier. Everyone we had in V1, explicitly gave us permission and explicitly gave us ideas for Fabiano and Patricia to make the artwork out of and everything. And so this is not like we're just like, oh, I forgot Panther Zeta, and so I'm just gonna spin up a trait for her and tell Fabiano something or whatever. Like, everyone's handheld a little bit through this process, and a lot of y'all have traits, so you know that. Panther Zeta, another one I made sure not to miss out on. So I'm just gonna do another little bit of name dropping for y'all because there's so many people in V1 that again participated in this that y'all are familiar with. Basilius, Josie, Eclectic Method, Async Art. In general, we just got the OG. We wanted to pay tribute to that and got them involved. Fly Frogs in the audience, Bay Backner, right? Fabiano, Kane Mayfield. Everybody knows like a lot of these people. Kelsey's in the audience as well. Museum Crypto Arts, Skrilla, Coldy, John Carp, NFC Summit, Cheddar Queso. I mean, I'm not going to go through like all 92 or whatever, but it's quite a solid gang of people from back in the day, and quite a lot of obvious omissions that I need to fix as best as I can. And so I have a feeling we'll be back for a V3 at some point. But really, the point in assembling all these traits and everything is to pay homage to a lot of the people who blazed the trail for us in Web3 and everything. And there's not. I was entrusted to put the list together, so there's really not any majorly flashy names on there other than Xcopy. I take that back. There's not a lot of like shitty influence grifter, the most popular names in Web3s on there. There's people we all know and love from back in the day that are celebrities to me. Xcopy, Song of Dayman, Nate Alex, people who really made a difference up in here. So that's the deal with the traits. So when you're nominating someone or yourself, you're putting yourself in some legendary company here, and gonna try to do the deal for V2, and of course ratchet it up a bit, right? Because nothing I'm involved in cannot be at least a bit more complicated than it needs to be. So. This is the alpha that you came here for, and then you need to know, did you mint a Bababbi V1 that didn't have anyone's fucking trait at all and you were annoyed? I know I did. So we're going to have a burn redeem thing. So if you have a V1 that you did not like, or you didn't get a homie's trait on, you're gonna be able to burn your V1 for a V2 Bababbi and essentially get a free mint that way by burning your old one or something along those lines. So it's you know, essentially a reroll of your V1 into a V2. And like I said, sourcing legends for V2. This is not like a second rung tier of people. These are very obvious people that I left out because I'm just not very organized. So, you know, that's on me. But it gave us the opportunity to do a V2. So here we are. More alpha. Are you holding WIP coin, or did you dump your fucking bag on us, you losers? There's not much to dump into. So if you did, you only made like $5. However, people who hold WIP coin, and I'm not sure the exact amount yet, we will be giving mint. We'll be taking a screenshot of holders of WIP coin and making sure they get a mint as well without having to pay for anything. So we're going to throw that back to the community for people who have been looking out for us and everything. And so more details on that to come. Let's see what else we got. We got, yeah, everything's going to be fresh. So new creatures. For those of you who don't know, Bababbi means puppet in Italian. And so these are all, you know, I say creatures, but the proper term in English is puppet. And a little like too much context. My kids love these songs that I've created, and so I'm like constantly playing them because they want me to. And they know that it means puppet, and they're just like constantly walking around the house just being like puppet, 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 puppet. So anyway, get your new puppets. We'll have all these new fucking traits and everything, and new rarities, new categories, some Easter eggs. Fabiano wouldn't even tell me anything. He's like, I'm just going to give you some of the stuff that, you know, I'm willing to give you right now. But everything's going to be ramped up. The idea is to launch this in time for the holidays. Y'all know how that goes. However, we are in a situation where, once again, a lot of the heavy lifting has been done. And the execution part, we actually are in a situation where we can do. So, so the hope is to push this out in the next couple months, and everyone's dragging Bababbi V2s into the metaverse or setting their V1s on fire in exchange for a V2. I am also representing the Metaverse Fire Department. So that is the deal with Bababbi V2. Again, sort of crowdsourcing some help here. If you're not comfortable posting, but you do want a trait in V2, or you know someone who should definitely have one in there, hit me up and let me know who they are so we can get them rolled in. So I'm like 50 people deep right now, and that's just with my old guilty conscience. Jackson, how are you not in V1? We'll get everybody traits, all the traits. So this is the part where, yeah, I'm like double checking the audience here. Yeah, this is the part where the beat miner didn't show up. So we're gonna have an abrupt transition into crypto voxels. I'm gonna ask Dragonate to pull up maybe another 30, 40 seconds of Bababbi music for everyone to transition into voxels because shit is wonky. And we're gonna go trick-or-treating for the beat miner. So let's get like 30, 40 seconds of music, and we'll head on over to crypto voxels. Yo, don't click that link. I don't know who that is. Takes me like 10. I'm like deleting that shit. Yo, don't click any links that people are dropping in the channel here. You know who people are around here, and you know who people are not. So don't click on shit. So we are in VoxCon that we were supposed to be here for a tour with Beatminer or something. I don't even know what the fuck was going on. However, we got the Beatminer cooking for the next couple weeks for Halloween, and so we need to conjure this motherfucker up. And so so I asked Matt earlier, and once again, if you know, this poor dude is like actually sick or something, I apologize. Everyone knows this isn't good fun. So we're gonna ham it up though and try and conjure this motherfucker up. So I talked to Matt earlier in the WIP and before the WIP, and was like, dude, we need a bunch of prizes and we're gonna go trick-or-treating for the Beatminer. And I want to incentivize the audience, and Matt was like, oh yeah, we got a whole bunch of shit. So we're gonna unload some of the WIP vault on y'all and go trick-or-treating for the Beatminer. So if you can find, and if you can find him in VoxCon here, more power to you. We'll give you something bonus for that. So take a ride on the Ferris wheel, go look around for the Beatminer, take a post if you tag the Beatminer and the WIP. And I don't know, say something. We're going to send you something from the WIP Vault for helping us out, and hopefully conjure them up, because I don't want to give away too much, but we're going to be in Substrata for the next couple of weeks, I believe, or at least partially over there. And some big things are happening, so we gotta get in there. Otherwise, we've broken into places in the past, and y'all know I'm not above that or below that or whatever. So go trick-or-treating for the Beatminer. Look around the park, take a picture next to something sketchy, tag the Beatminer, tag the WIP, tell them we're trick-or-treating for him or we're looking for him, and we're going to wrangle him for the next couple weeks. So Dragon 8, I loaded you up with like 1,000 Bababbi songs, man. If you don't mind doing like another minute or so of Bababbi, and we'll give people a chance to search for the Beatminer and take a group shot somewhere in here. I love the abrupt endings. Took me forever. Yo, thank you. I'm like stuck flying. All right, yeah, press F again. Yo, these parcels are awesome, honestly. We might end up back here, and it's a shame that we could not conjure up the beat mine and everything. However, this is like a trip down memory lane, a lot of this shit. So Crypto Voxels is actually like holding up pretty well, and it's a kind of a nice experience in here. I would like to get everybody in here for a group shot. We got the real Paradox in the house. I'm going to drop the link for Voxels again for y'all to hop in, and we'll get Paradox's theme song rolling, and get a group shot up in here.
Just a humble cameraman looking for a tiny bit of attention. It's me, Paradox. Get your asses in line and smile for the fucking camera. No one cares about Matthew and Rizzle, that's for sure. It's about me, Paradox. I'm taking over the show.
Alrighty, how am I sounding? 2 out of 2, 10 out of 10.
Yes.
Yes, thank you. Alrighty, cool. It's kind of hard choosing a spot to take a picture because there's so many awesome parcels here, but I figure let's take one right in front of the eye, this golden eye, which is kind of near the stage, if everyone knows where that is. It's right near the House of Hell, so I think a few people are pondering flying up here. So, tell you what, I'll fly upwards a little bit so you can see me. So if you are here, it's right near the House of Hell. You're looking for a golden eye. It's near the, what is it? It's the Illusion Suffers something or other. Okay. Let's see who we can get here. Currently, no one's here. Is there anywhere we can... Oh, no. A couple of people making it. Excellent. Fly Frogs is here. So if everyone fly up, and we'll be right next to the eye. Feel free to gather.
To where you're at, Paradox, in the Discord channel, if you can.
How do I do that?
It should, if you copy paste within the browser, it should take everyone to where you are.
Oh, that seems sensible, and it seems like something I should know from VoxCon. But I tell you what, we've been here for a while now. The UI and everything's changed. In theory, we should see people popping in. There we go. I've got a Rizzle, I've got a Fly Frog. Excellent. Let's give it a second for people's avatars to load in. Dragonate, is there like a setting that I've got off because I'm not seeing everyone's avatars, or is it because we've got a load of Anons?
That's probably because there's a bunch of Anons. I'm Anon as well, so.
Fair enough. Okay, cool. Right, so we're facing, everyone's facing the right way. We're kind of facing the House of Hell, that direction. So Dragonate is going to kindly play some music. No pressure, Dragonate. And I'm going to take some photos. Let's do it when you're ready, Dragonate. Try and log in, people, as well.
Whatever you do, don't fall for me. Don't put your trust in me. Don't even love for me. I want you, honey. I don't get emotional. If I don't pick up your call, don't for me. Don't call me, baby. 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 Don't
Beautiful. Excellent. Right, I think that is a lovely, nice, short one from me. I'm going to pass straight back to Mr. Rizzle. Over and out. Laters.
Oops, yo, good shit. A little bit more housekeeping. Make sure you all sign the guest book if you missed it earlier. That's how you're going to get today's giveaway from Fabiana Patrizia. There's also some WIP coin for hanging out with us. And let's see. I think that's about everything for today. And I would say not a bad audible, considering we've been off for 2 weeks. If y'all have joined us after we've taken breaks of this length in the past, you should know that it is very commonly a clusterfuck. Yeah, that's a nice picture, Ballistic Banana. So it's a good one considering everything was broken from start to finish in terms of the setup of this event. So come next week, we will be more prepared, maybe, but probably not, but kinda. But it'll be a dope event, and we're gonna give away a lot of shit and get ready for the holidays. So come hang out with us and stick around for the afties once we're done here. We were gonna do Q&A, but I fucked that up because I'm not normally on the mic like doing this thing. And now I feel like we're way too far in the protocol for me to double back and do Q&A now because, I don't know, shit will get all fucked up. So I apologize for that. If you have a question for Bababbi about Bababbi version 2 or want updates on the Beat Miner, hit me up and I'm happy to answer any questions you have. I apologize for violating protocol, but definitely hang around for the Afties with show. And thank you all for coming out. I'm going to throw the mic over to Matt to see if he's got anything to say. And no, I put show out for a job by mistake, trying to compensate for doing a job that I wasn't aware that I was going to have. And, you know, we make it happen as best we can. So, yo, Matt, get me off this mic, man. What do you got to say?
You know, this is a little test run for getting back in the swing of things next week. We always need like a week to figure out what to do, remember protocol, all that stuff. So shout out to everyone that swung through. Excited to airdrop a whole bunch of rewards to everyone that persevered through this whatever this whip was, which is still fun regardless. But excited to get yelled at violently from show as we head into the afties. So with that, let's segue to the afties with show.
Wait, is this thing on? Yeah! Yeah! It's time for the afties! Hot takes, opinions, thoughts. Let's go!
Hey, how's my audio?
Yes.
Awesome. Oh man,
Is this one of them pregnant pauses? Show, I know I said your microphone was yes, but like that doesn't make an excuse for you to just cut it off completely all of a sudden, damn it. Well, he's muted and deafened as well. Oh, hell, no, okay, no, still fucked. So how about that weather today?
Not the weather today.
Actually quite nice here, surprisingly. Because it's getting colder lately. We had our first snow on Saturday.
yes, yo, how's my audio, yo?
And now it's yes
There we
again.
go. The man's back.
All right, sorry. You know, I don't know what the hell's going on, man. It's been 2 weeks, and even my setup is my setup forgot what it's supposed to do. My bad. Let me share. My bad, y'all. My bad. It's not intentional. It's not intentional. Look, I'm just gonna get right into it. All right. It's been 2 weeks. A lot has happened, and to be honest, all of it just. I didn't think I could get frustrated even more than I have, but I got extremely frustrated just at the overall space. And what I mean by that is I'm a little like confused as to why companies are making announcements of announcements, and then when they drop their product, it's like, no, wait, we have something else coming, and it's coming months or weeks or something far off in the future, and it just I'm just like, well, why are you telling me this? You know? And so we're gonna explore that, and I'm gonna be much faster and quicker and clear and in control of my words. But I just want to get to that because, so, all right, let me just say this. All right, over the past 2 weeks, there have been a number of companies that have said, hey, we're doing airdrops, we're releasing a coin, we're upgrading this. Exactly, Russ Frankie. It's and like they take up all of the time, just, and it feels like nonsensical words being used to run out the clock. And so speaking of filibustering, that's awesome. I'm gonna segue. Click on me in the voice channel. You're gonna see what I'm sharing. Just so you can keep along, you can understand what I'm talking about. Click on me if you haven't already. Speaking of filibustering, this is the king of filibustering right here. I'm going to show you. And this is what it feels like, just living in the space of. Okay, let me just say, but before I play it, all these companies making these announcements, without them, I don't think that there's anything really going on in the space, in crypto overall, and it's sad. I mean, but waiting for an announcement of the bull market, MJ, right? Like, so anyway, let me just play this. Like, check this out. This is what it felt like over the past 2 weeks.
Kidnapping them?
This is what I felt like. And this is what the space has felt like. It just feels like what? You know, just like what? And then like, you know, just, and then why is someone filming too? They filmed it at the right time, right in his face. Mitch McConnell. Like, first you were holding the man's hand in the longer clip. I'm not gonna play that longer clip. And then you're falling in space, just hang it up. So this is what I felt like. So the space tanked. Last Friday they said it broke the record for the single biggest liquidation event, all because Trump said that he's going to impose 100% tariffs on China starting the 1st of next month. And immediately the entire space dipped. But the thing about this, though, is if you've been around as long as we all have, it was a normal Friday. It was a normal Friday. I'm like, this is the biggest? This doesn't feel like the biggest to me. I'm like, yeah, so many people got liquidated. I'm like, I've been liquidated a long time ago. This doesn't affect me. And like, I've had other liquidation events that I clawed back from, you know. This doesn't, I'm like, so? And the people didn't care, and you know why it doesn't matter though? Because if you notice, if you check out Watch a Guru, they have all the sensationalist iconography, right? They said over 3 billion. Was that billion or trillion? That's 3 billion liquidated. And then about a week later, China blames Trump for escalating trade war, and then it says it'll stand firm. And then Trump said, "Oh no, we're just joshing." But we're just, and then look at ETH coming back at the absolute wrong time. ETH doesn't make fucking sense as an asset anyway. It's not the centralized back end layer of finance. ETH doesn't know what the fuck it is, so it's mooning at the absolute wrong time, which I expect from ETH. You don't make any fucking sense anymore. You know, you used to, you don't. So then Trump says, "Hey, don't worry about China. It'll all be fine." And then Xi Jinping said he doesn't want the pressure for his country, and neither do I. No. That's what Trump said. That he said, dude, like the tariff thing makes no fucking sense. Okay, you saying tariffs and then people getting scared. We already had 5 months of that shit, of the tariff scares earlier this year. No one should be jumping off the fucking cliff. We know it doesn't fucking matter now. So see, look, Bitcoin reclaimed 115, and then what? It skyrocketed again. You just see up only. It was a non-event. It was a non-event other than the people who did what they did. Speaking of non-events, yo, if you're still with me, shout out to you. I'll keep this brief again. Speaking of non-events, I want to talk about all of the airdrop stuff. Oh, by the way, if you have no idea what the hell this is the Afties. I'm your host show. You already know. If you don't know, I mean, well, damn it, you've been listening to the Afties this entire time, you know. So anyway, whatever. Adam Hollander, you know, the face of OpenSea, during this new rewards thing that's going on. Let me just give the broader overview. Over the past 2.5 weeks, OpenSea, MetaMask, Base, and randomly Monad have all said, "Hey, we have tokens coming." But their ways of claiming and getting them just it makes no fucking sense. Each and every single one just makes no sense at all. They want, their overall goal is like, it's obvious, it's heavy-handed. They're like, we don't want to give out free money. We know you want to just sell the token. So to fight against that, in our meeting rooms and things like that, and at the water cooler, we've been strategizing ways of taking advantage of you and taking advantage of your energy and interest. So we're implementing a gamified rewards mechanism where if you use our platform and gamify it, and use trade volume in order to express interest, not only do you make our product look like it's valuable, because, oh my God, there are people trading, which, by the way, OpenSea just said yesterday that it did $2 billion in trade volume. And but yeah, it's only giving out 12 million in its rewards for season 1 of its treasure chest thing. I'm gonna explain the treasure chest, but I just wanted to say that before I keep talking about this. So having people wash trade on your platform in order to make it look like your product is working the way it's intended is clearly heavy-handed. Not only that, it's exhausting to people who have used your product naturally, who actually liked the product and used it over time. There's a weird thing that's happening where, I keep saying this each week, but Adam Hollander just keeps using word kung fu in order to obfuscate and be as vague and skirt around legal things as possible in order to not paint himself into a corner. He keeps saying that, the OGs will maybe kind of sort of get something from the foundation. It'll be strongly considered their participation over the years. But we're rewarding people using our product right now in 2025 over the past 10 months. That's our target. Those are our people. The people who have used OpenSea in the past 10 months are the greatest users that have ever used OpenSea ever. That's what he's saying. So it's like, so now, what was it? It was today, Thursday. Yesterday, they had a thing called their season 1 treasure chest thing. I would show the images, but I can't fucking find a damn thing. So I'll just show this image. So there were what, 12? There were 12 chests in order, and you can rank them up from a wood chest to a solar chest, which had all kind of fun graphics and shit, and it looked like, oh wow, this is special. And there's 3 tiers per chest. And it's divided by percentages. So like 3 tiers, as in 3 stars. So 33%. Yeah, if you rank up each star by 33%, you go up a level. Anyway, long story short, I mean, that's their, see, already, it's too much to fucking, like, that's, why the fuck am I doing this shit? Like, I don't give a fuck. Like, I would have had this shit a million times over the years. You chose the most randomest time to do this shit. But anyway, sorry. See, I'm already getting, like, frustrated. Open to, like, I'm explaining this, and I'm pretty sure all of you know, but I'm just going over the fact that this is a waste of people's time. This gamified thing. I think that OpenSea would have benefited more by just releasing their token and having it be a utility token in order to utilize aspects of their platform in order to strengthen a trader. Simple as that. If I hold this amount, I'm able to utilize certain things that benefit me as a trader. OpenSea allowing you to swap, cross-chain, omni-chain, and do all these things. I'm not, like, token gated even then is a kind of 50-50, I don't know what the fuck, but still, it would have made more sense than what the hell is going on right now. Wash trading for wash traders in order to cross their fingers, hopefully get a token. They're still gonna dump it. It still makes no sense, and it's a waste of time. And people are exhausted by this. I'm exhausted by this shit. I'm exhausted, and I feel like it's like, I don't feel like it's a slap in the face. It's not personal. There have been many people wrote a whole bunch of tweets saying, if you don't like it, then don't participate. And I'm like, I feel you, but I kind of want the rewards. I want an airdrop from OpenSea, straight up. I want tokens from OpenSea. I want to spend a majority of it, but I want to hold some and then be able to do shit on OpenSea with it. But it doesn't seem like they understand that their users from X amount of years want something that they want a working product, and they also want to be, incentivized from taking part in it. So Adam is writing things like, every chest contains a treasure which will be meaningfully considered. If you're an OG and have used OpenSea for years, we see and appreciate you. Sir, I don't give a fuck if you see or appreciate me. Just do the thing, all right? If you're actively using our improved platform today, we also see you and appreciate you. And then he wrote, like, it's easy to get caught up in the negativity and engagement forming side of crypto Twitter. I read it all. And being honest, sometimes it emotionally gets to you. So it means a lot when we all share positive feedback to balance it all out. You know what? You brought it on yourself, though. You brought it on yourself. The negativity comes from the fact that you created this convoluted game. Like, you did it to yourself, so people are giving you feedback. They're engagement farming because you forced them to reward farm and wash trade on your product during a period of time that, frankly speaking, is very random. 2025 is such a random fucking year to be doing it. If you look back over the past 10 months, it has been a very random year for a OpenSea token. It's just like, huh? Like, I don't, what? Like now? Like, why? And then, so shout out to this guy giving thoughts on airdrops, right? And on our bias expectations. They're basically trying to give an overview over the years of airdrops, saying that the Uni airdrop and the ENS airdrops came out of the blue and were based on past usage, and they actually were worth something, and many people were enriched by it. Shout out to the Uni and ENS airdrops, because frankly speaking, they were great. The issue with them, my opinion, was that while you were able to have token governance, you couldn't really do anything on Uniswap or with ENS after, even though they tried very hard. So people said that they were failures in trying to attract second chance value back to the platforms, or second opportunity things, so the platforms could benefit from the airdrop. So they said, no, we're not going to do this go around. This is why OpenSea is doing this convoluted shit. This go around, we're not giving out quote unquote free money to the people who made us billions. No. We're gonna make you give us more. And anyway, so they jumped to 2021, and then I'm not gonna read all his shit, but you can just imagine what that's about. So then, while this is happening, MetaMask has been teasing, hey, we have a token coming. They erroneously shared their reward system, which I shared on Farcaster, and many other people shared screenshots of like, oh, if you're an OG, you will get points. You will get points that reflect your OG-ness of using MetaMask, and then new users will get points. We don't have a definitive date of our airdrop, but hey, you're getting points toward it. And then it said things are coming. So perps, you can start trading perps on MetaMask Mobile. If you look at the screen, obviously you've seen that they've ratcheted up. They've ramped up their awesome video content. I don't know if it's AI or if it's whatever, but it looks dope. This is some high level shit, which I'm not gonna lie, I like it just because of the style. I wish I could do this type of shit. Probably could if I knew what programs they were using. Actually, I know I could if I knew what programs they're using. It's cool. I just wish that they did this type of shit years ago instead of now on a random fucking third quarter of 2025. This competition for vague airdropness thing again is exhausting. And then they want you to participate like, sir, I use your wallet. Many people use your wallet. Why are you assuming that people aren't using your wallet, and then you're like, hey, we're gonna reward you right now for using your... I'm at a point where I can't use it anymore. All my active time has been the past 6 years. You choose the time where I actively can't anymore to start introducing shit like futures betting and perps, integrating Polymarket US. It just seems like why the fuck did you choose now? And then say, hey, we have a token, we don't know when it's coming out, but rack up those points. And then now we got Base. Base has been also going crazy with its video content. It also has a shit posting Twitter account too. That's been shit posting a lot of tongue in cheek shit, which has been fun to watch because like it's been getting a lot of engagement. But Base overall has been competing and saying, hey, we're having a token launch too. And just like all the other ones, they're saying, hey, we don't know when it's coming out. And I'm like, so what is the... So what is this now? Like I don't understand why you're announcing announcements. I don't understand why you're announcing announcements. You're announcing announcements in order to release product. Okay, I understand that strategy, but there are many people who need to understand the value of your product that don't understand the value. I understand where Base is going. Honestly, I feel like Base has been kicking everybody else's ass. Truth be told, they've been kicking everybody else's ass. They seem the most relevant, or at least they seem to get it compared to the other ones that have been trying to compete for the throne now. While Zora has released creator tokens, Base is saying, no, we're releasing creator tokens too. And to me, it just feels like how social tokens came out, because it's the exact same thing from 2021. Like, if you're a live stream, if you're a creator, you have your token and you can do things with it. You can enrich your community, and it's the same shit, just under a different name. Like, literally, it's literally what Roll did, or what they try to do with Form. And all these, it's the same thing rehashed, but to a broader audience, repackaged for an audience that is less crypto savvy. And I see it, because there always was value with that. There always was value with that. Base, they had this little video. We just played the first little part. Let them explain what the hell's going on.
Base is going to explore a network token. How do you feel about it?
I'm excited. You know, it was a thing that we said we're not going to do for a long time, because we really wanted to stay focused on the product and making sure the product was great. And we wanted to stay focused on the people and making sure that people were based, and that we built this core of first builders and first creators who were in it for the right reasons, which is like, we're here to do the hard work to bring the world on chain and to build a global economy. And we're not done with those things, right? We're not done building the people community. We're not done building the product, but I think we've matured enough where we now have a strong foundation in both, which means that as we start to explore token, and as that brings in a next wave of people, because inevitably it will, and those people might come in with different expectations. For instance, maybe they're like, hey, I'm coming to make some money. We can have the resiliency as an ecosystem and a community to say, we'd love that you're here to make some money, because everyone deserves to make it.
So that last part is basically him saying, we know you're gonna dump, but we're making our ecosystem so broad and so multifaceted that we're gonna eat the dip. That's what that last part means. In addition to that, Coinbase has been hiring a massive amount. Well, actually, they have open hiring for a massive amount of interns. And in addition to that, they've been trying to hire a token and governance specialist to assist in establishing what the governance is going to be. So what the utility of the token will be. That's what that means. How are you going to use it within the broader ecosystem? So that person is going to be the person who's going to add the value to it where ENS wasn't able to. Optimism, Uniswap, any kind of token governance token, the brain, the intelligence behind it, that's what that person's doing. They already have one, some guy named Kabir, but they're trying to hire that his go-to partner. Now, many of us in this voice channel are highly capable of doing this, but at the same time, they're not trying to hire. They're not trying to hire me to add intelligence to what they're doing. They don't want that. You know, they want to hire a face. They want to hire a face. Not only that, that's a hot seat. That is a really hot seat to be in. Pays well, but it's a hot seat, because if you see this blitz of fucking content they're releasing that's really good and resonating, to the point where, honestly speaking, if Base didn't exist, I think that a majority of the crypto space right now in October of 2025 would be dormant as shit. I'm going to go even further and say, if Farcaster and Base didn't exist, that a large part of the space will be dead. And many of you are saying, oh, Hyperliquid, Zora. No. Something's happened recently on Farcaster where they just said that they hit 100K in DAU, so daily active users on Farcaster, but your timeline doesn't feel that way. It actually feels like there are less people on Farcaster now than it was like a little while ago. I don't know. It doesn't feel as active, which is kind of weird. And then in crypto, I avoid Twitter overall. I just Like, I don't get any engagement on Twitter, but there isn't anything interesting other than what you're seeing from the people I've been sharing. I'm gonna go even on a farther limb and say that I think that crypto is in its most stagnant and boring spot that it's ever been. I think it's boring as shit now. I think it's stuck. I mean, yeah. And it's not because I'm not connected or I don't have enough friends. I don't have enough friends in the crypto space, oddly enough. I had more years ago than I do now, which is weird. I'm like, yeah, that's a real odd thing, but it's kind of the truth. There's a lot of new people with high level connection in prominent positions who get a lot of mind share and attention. And it's very strange. I don't know. So that's just that's just my opinion on that. And then, shout out to Zora. Zora has they got the old school Y2K vibes to make it seem like it's funky, fresh, and cool. And Zora TV is doing what every other platform is doing. Hey, this is a platform too. I'm just not on screen doing what I used to do. But same thing is like what is it? Up Only TV, Zora TV. There's a lot of talking head podcasts, cryptos things that get a lot of attention. Shout out to you. There's also Retake TV on Farcast where anybody can live stream and stuff, and you earn tokens. Speaking of earning tokens, this is the last one I'm just gonna touch on briefly. So, not to be left out, Monad said, "Hey y'all, we got an airdrop coming too." And the weird thing originally was they said that an airdrop was happening, 3 weeks ago on Farcaster, and then they said, no, it's not going to be a token, it's going to be cards. You're getting cards and you can't sell them, or something odd like that. And everyone was like, okay, all right. I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. If you're on Farcaster and you saw and that's just what I saw. So then they said, no, it's a token. And I was like, okay. So then people, Dantea, what are you doing? Dantea, what are you doing? Thank you. Oh my God, you're about to share something. You were about to share something you didn't want to share. No. It was actually, I don't know, man, dude. You were about to. I'm not mad at you. You're just about to fuck yourself over there real quick. No, I appreciate you want to watch. I was more so worried that you were about to share something you wouldn't want to share and compromise yourself. So anyway, Monad sharing things and compromising themselves. People were like, so how do we form the Monad airdrop? So all the dead mini apps on Farcaster started getting a lot of activity to a point where Monad Spin started trending on the top apps page. And I'm gonna be honest, man. Monad Monad's huge, but it feels localized. They have a lot of money, but I don't know what they do. I never knew what they did. I never had to interface with Monad. I've seen it a million times, but I never had to interface with Monad. So anyway, long story short, their airdrop came about, and they share the link on Farcaster. You click the link on Farcaster. It takes you to now. I understand this because I dealt with this situation. Signing in with Farcaster on the Farcaster mobile app it's a difficult. In terms of coding. I don't know why. There's an issue with it where it needs to detect that it's inside of the mobile app in order to execute an in-app external browser. So you have to tell the fucking code, no, do it. And anyway, so But that's just that. I'm not bailing them out on this shit. So they click the external link. The link opens up your external browser on your mobile app, though. Outside of Farcaster, not within Farcaster. And then it tells you to connect your external wallet to the airdrop claim portal, which doesn't make any sense. Because, hey, if you're Monad, you are a Farcaster first product. Let's just be honest. Your main demo, your target demo is on Farcaster. And then shit is all external from there. If you have them clicking on Twitter to claim, they're not clicking. Even if you click on Twitter, it's going to open your external browser on your mobile phone, and then you need to connect your browser wallet, which doesn't make any sense. Because if you're in Farcaster, why, if my activity for Monad is through my Farcaster wallet and not my external wallet, why the fuck am I using an external wallet in order to, it's not connected to my Farcaster wallet, but actually it is. Newsflash, if my external wallet is linked to my Farcaster profile, you can use that or you should be able to use that. Look, CC, why am I trying to make it make sense for you? The whole point is, motherfucker, people had to, they were like, how the fuck am I supposed to do this? So now I gotta go on my computer and do this, and then get this. And then get this. I'm gonna show the fucking, you go to claim.monadxyz like I'm showing in the video. No, it wasn't just signing with a wallet. It wasn't that easy. That was just them editing. Like, you click on the claim, then you see how he just sped past that shit. No, that's not what it is. You open an external, you see the top right here? Your claim wallet is an external wallet. And then you see this on the left, when you scroll down to my connections, you have to click on Farcaster, and then guess what happens? Guess what the fuck happens? It says, hey, it opens up a QR code and a link that is supposed to allow you to, guess what, sign into Farcaster. But it doesn't just open up in Farcaster. You gotta open it, you have to scan it with your phone in order to open up the prompt, in order for you to sign. I know all this because I was having this issue. So I had to say, fuck that. No one wants to go through all those steps. And this is an issue. Do you see why I'm frustrated? And then get this, you do that, and then guess what happens? You do all that. Let's say you do all that, and then I'm just gonna fast forward, and then all this fancy editing. I love editing. I love videos. Videos are great. I love video content. Everybody else loves video content, social content. I love that. I love that. And I don't know what this meant. Once allocations are locked on November 3rd, you won't be able to connect new accounts or change. Dude, I love how you skip over the fact that there's a claim page, and then it's supposed to say, hey, you can't get none of this shit. So what made you qualify? I don't understand what makes you qualify then. What made you qualify? What activity? If your target demo's on Farcaster, and you've been doing Farcaster things, what made you qualify for this thing? And then on top of it, it said 2,000 users. That's it. 2,000 lucky users got a notification on Farcaster that said, hey, you got this token. But what did you have to do? You have to rank consistently within the top 10 on the leaderboard on Farcaster. Do you know how difficult that is? That is a whole nother conversation. Just activity, you cast, you use apps, you use Monad apps, you hold. Dude, I'm exhausted, man. Look. That's just where the fuck I'm at with that. So that's what it is, man. Uh, I'm like really like I'm like tired of this space at this point. I'm really tired of this space. I feel like the space is like a weird like joke. I feel like it's like a weird joke. Truthfully. Um yeah. Yeah. It's hard to be hopeful and optimistic. Things weren't ever done or aren't done the way they're supposed to be done. And then each time a product launches, it's like you don't like I can't bet on MetaMask dropping something without some caveat, some fine print thing. I can't bet on oh yeah, Polymarket saying they're releasing a token too. Who knows when? It's like and then when the shit drops, it's a random rainy Sunday at 4 p.m. when people are doing things like who gives a shit? And then the thing happens. I don't know, man. I just don't understand. Like man, I don't know, man. I don't know. I thought crypto was cutting edge. I thought that we were at the forefront of a lot of innovative things. I thought that we were in the epicenter of great shit. I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that I think that Web 2 won. I think that Web 2 is where it's at right now. All right. So anyway, thank you everyone for coming through this edition of the Athlete. Shout out to the entire leadership team at meme.com. Shout out to the WIP crew. You know I love each and every single one of you. WIP fam, I don't know, man. Just put one foot in front of the other. That's the only thing I could tell you. Because it's so weird. Things are being gamified, but even when you play the game, it's like for nothing. Not even just beyond the reward. It's like you waste time chasing a chest. You waste time doing things on Farcaster but not qualifying on Monad. Like you waste time utilizing the MetaMask wallet for years, and then it's like it doesn't even factor into. I look, man. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't know. Like, if you want a governance token, wouldn't you want the people who use your product the most? But even if they're naysayers, if they're negative and shit, and they have a lot to say, then like, is it possible to filter out the people who are like just totally toxic and find the useful, the valuable information, and then iterate on that to add more value to the product? Wouldn't that make more sense? Or just say fuck them all and then like iterate further and add value? I don't know. I'm lost, man. So anyway, thank you so much. Much love, y'all. See you later.
mashed potatoes. I want chicken, cheese. Fuck yes. Oh cheese, cheese, this is awesome, awesome, awesome,